bit disappointing after GoFest to just jump into like probably the worst thing that we could have as a Spotlight Hour Pokemon. I mean, at least it's a shiny. So that is one thing. Yes. It is also double transfer candy tonight, so that. But yeah, this has been the Spotlight Pokemon before, like a year ago. So having it as a Spotlight Pokemon again just seems like a bit of a waste. I feel like they could have done something that wasn't something that we've already had before. But, you know, they're probably trying to let us down easy after GoFest. Don't want people to go too hard. But it still makes for a crappy stream Pokemon. Nobody cares about Binacle because it's ugly. And it's ugly. Its face is ugly. And its brain is poopy. Sounds like me. Anyway. Welcome in, guys. James and Mac. Welcome. Hopefully we'll have some more people moseying on into the stream shortly, because if you don't mosey into the stream, are you really a cowboy? No, you're not. You're just some wannabe. Nobody likes a wannabe cowboy. How you doing, Joshua? All right, let's flick this light off because it was getting all like flashy before. It was like, I think I need to change the batteries in it because then the batteries are going dead. So it was like a spooky light, but no spooky lights now. Now we have no lights because it's spooky and it's dark and supposedly it's raining. Like, it was starting to spit when I left home, and I'm like, really? The weather was clearing up and I thought I was going to get out of it, like, because it's been, you know, crappy day all day. Thought I was going to get by without it raining. So fingers crossed that it holds off for the next hour. Please, for the love of God, hold off for the next hour, because I don't want to walk around in the rain. I did enough of that on the weekend. That wasn't fun. At least it's not as cold as it was on the weekend. So there's that. Hey Moses, how you doing? There's no spin on Diddy. What, is Diddy doing a little bit of hot tour? God damn it, Diddy. What are you doing? This is no place for Hawk Tour. This is Pokemon. That's just... It's not... You don't want a Hawk Tour on a Pokemon, because that would just be weird. I'm sure there are some people out there that probably would want to do that because they are weird and they like furries. Or they are a furry. Or both. Good topic of conversation to start the stream off. Anyway. Moving on. Let's get a shiny. I do need a second one of these. Carlito, I am sorry. I do not. Sunless, 4 a.m. Compa? I understand the 4 a.m. part. Are you saying that it's 4 a.m. for you? Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're doing Spotlight Hour streams when you live in Australia. The rest of the world, it's the middle of the frickin' night. Good times. You run band. A fest. Whoa. Yeah, you didn't choose your timing very well when it came to doing your little spoofy thing, did you? Because you missed out on like the best event of the year. Jimmy vibes. I try and vibe. That's why other ladies love me, because they like vibes. Double entendres are the best. Ba-boom chink. Anyway, moving on. It's 3 a.m. for you. Super late. Why are you guys up at 3 a.m. to watch somebody walk around catching Binacles? Surely sleep would be better. I mean, at 3 a.m. I'm usually watching TV or YouTube or maybe napping. Because who needs to sleep when you can just nap? Lovely. We're 4 minutes into the stream and I already need to pee. Good timing. Looks like I'm holding on to it the whole stream. Anyway, how did everybody end up doing on GoFest for day 2, for everybody that did theirs after I had already finished How was your day 2, guys? How many shinies did y'all get? It's alright, I'm a big boy. Even though holding onto it isn't good for you. Shouldn't hold on to your pee for too long, guys, because you'll damage your bladder. Looks like we're hitting. For some reason, it did the same thing on the weekend. I got to like basically this exact spot on the trail, and the internet just started lagging. Just drink it. No. Do I look like Bear Grylls to you? Do I have a Discovery Channel camera crew following me around? No. So I will not be doing it. Oh, yeah. At some point during this stream, I really should go through and transfer a bunch of stuff to get these double candies, because I haven't transferred anything from day 2 of GoFest. Goku. It's Goku's brother. Starter shiny. I feel like I should get out the rifle. That wasn't an assassination joke. That was just, I don't like gumshoe. I'm not gumshoe. Yangoose. You accidentally transferred your shiny. How did you accidentally transfer your shiny Necrozma? What sort of conversation did I just appear in the middle of? I don't know. A typical Jimmy stream conversation? What were you expecting? You know what I do. You knew exactly what you were walking into. Are you ready for Mega Lucario July 27th? Can you send me invites? Will you be doing? Yeah, I'll be doing them on Saturday. I always do the raid days. So I shall be doing the raids for you guys. It's so good. Now that you got stage 2 of the Go Fest 2020 research on your main, you haven't seen one dark. Wait, so are you still doing the first part of the research? See, this is why you needed to get out of bed. I told you this on the weekend. If you just lay around in bed, then you're not going to... Because the water event and the Go Fest event is over, so the ducks aren't spawning anymore, dude. Is it Articuno? It's raid hour tomorrow, not raid day. I mean, they're the same thing. So raid hour only goes for an hour instead of 3 hours, which really isn't a day. It's a portion of the day. Had no credit, so Pokemon Go would not work anyways. God, the bad old days when you actually... I forgot about having credit on your phone. I've been on a plan for like the last 6 or 7 years now, which is good. I get like 180 gigs a month or something like that. Ooh, 10k. What are we gonna get? It's a... Oh. That's not what we want. Unless it's a hundo. That's not what we want. What a mistake that was. Am I going to Mega Evolve? No. Why? I'm not even catching this. Why would I want more like candies from Binacle? It's double transfer candy today, not double catch candy. So you get the double candy from transferring Pokemon that are already in your storage, not catching more. But yeah, why? Ew. Why would I want to catch this thing? Ew. Ew. That's just gross. This thing would have to be one of the ugliest Pokemon that's ever been invented. It was invented by a small man in China. So nobody answered my question about how you guys went during Go Fest date. How'd you all go on day 2 of Go Fest? How many shinies did you get? I got 51 shinies for the entire weekend. It's just like, what? How 51 shinies? Ended up with 4 Necrozmas. No, sorry, wait, yeah, was it 5 or 6? 5. Yeah, I got 5 Necrozmas. 3 of them were back to back to back. They were like my last 3 shinies of the day, hosting raids on day 2. But yeah, we got 31 on day 1 and then 20 on day 2. So yeah, we had a very productive weekend, that's for sure. Absolutely smashed it. Given that we started with 2 Wingull, I wasn't holding high hopes that it was going to be a good weekend. I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me I'm just going to get junk all weekend. But no, we killed it. You didn't hear the question then. You weren't listening, God. No, I think I asked it before you were here, Tef. It's all good. You managed 17 shinies on day 2. Nice. I probably could have ended up with a few more, but I did spend sort of like the last 3 hours of the event sitting in the car, having lunch and hosting raids and stuff like that, because I was sick of walking around in the cold. It's like, I think I've done enough of this over the weekend. I am just going to spend the rest of the day chilling in the car, hosting raids. And I was pooped. By the time, the weekend was over, I was just like, God damn, I gotta go home. And then I proceeded to stay up until 6 in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sleep so hard. And then I just didn't go to sleep. I stayed up all night like usual. I was like, I don't have to get up tomorrow, so I can stay up all night. I was basically falling asleep on the couch like hours before. But then my ADHD brain kicked in. As soon as it gets to nighttime, that's when I'm the most alert and the most awake, because the rest of the world is quiet. While everybody else slumbers, the world is peaceful. And that's when I have my best thoughts, and I just sit there I wouldn't say in the darkness, because I'm not Batman, but I sit there and I'm like, these are ideas that I should execute when I get up in the morning. And then I wake up in the morning, I'm like, why am I so tired? It's like, because you didn't go to bed. Stupid, stinky brain. $36 degrees on both days. See, I much would have preferred that than the cold weather I had. Muchly. It was cold and miserable here for 2 days. I mean, it could have been worse. I could have got a lot wetter than what I got. It really didn't start raining until pretty much as soon as I was deciding to get out of the cold on day 2. That's when the rain sort of started coming, and I'm like, oh, perfect timing. So I didn't get too wet, but it was just cold. It was windy and cold all weekend. You would have preferred 12 degrees. Well, that's where you and I differ. You are from Canada though, so Australians prefer hot weather, Canadians prefer cold weather. Makes sense. I don't have moose, alright? We got sharks and crocodiles and spiders and snakes and other things. No moose though. Unless it's chocolate. Hello, Gabriel. How are you doing? No mooses. You have snakes and spiders? Yeah, but they're not like ours, alright? They don't bite you and your face melts off. Oh wait, does Canada have rattlesnakes? If you have rattlesnakes, then maybe. But other than that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You do? Do they ride on the back of moose? Mooses? Mooses? And black widows, okay. Well, aren't you special? We have funnel webs, whitetails, redbacks, other poisonous spiders that I can't name because they're the main ones you need to worry about. And then like 9 of the top 10 most deadly snakes in the world. So we win. No. Now, thankfully, where I live, we don't really have to worry about snakes that much, unless it's summertime. I mean, I was actually talking about this last week. We do have tiger snakes, which don't hibernate, and they do come out in cold weather. So we do have them, and tiger snakes are like the 3rd or 4th most deadly snake in the world, something like that. You weren't aware that it was... Well, of course it is. Who has the most deadliest animals? You know, you are in charge of the dangerous animals that you have in your country, okay? That's your fault. It's your fault your country lost. Today you fought Cliff on, and caught a shiny Shadow Machop, rather. You also got a hundo crab crawler, crab crawler, crab brawler rather, from researching a shiny Joltik in the wild. Nice, you had a productive day. I did a workout. So I didn't know, I haven't really opened the game. I mean, I've opened it a few times, but since the weekend I was just like, go away. I don't need game right now. I've had enough of it over the weekend. I'm going to have a short break. How many shinies have I gotten? What, tonight? None. We got 51 over the weekend though. Seems like every live Spider's mentioned at least once. Yeah, I'm Spider-Man. Of course I'm going to talk about my brethren. Oh shit, I shouldn't have told you that I'm Spider. Oh my god. The secret's out, guys. I am the Spooder dude. Shiny Hunter J, how are you doing? Welcome in. Do I remember you? No, sorry. We have a lot of people coming through the chat, so sorry, dude, no. Guys, when streamers and stuff like that don't remember you individually, it's not personal, it's just, unfortunately to us, you're just a name on the screen. Like, and I don't mean that to be rude or anything, it's just, that's all I see, like a name on the screen. And so it's hard to keep track of every single person that I've ever met on stream. Diddy most dangerous lock that monster up. Wait, what? Diddy did what? Don't do what Diddy don't does. Hey, Yellow Popsicle, how you doing? You did a random trade with a friend yesterday and got a 96% shiny crab roller. Not even lucky. I mean, you still got it though, so nice. Nice. You should check your shinies. You just found a 93% shiny Gollet. Wait, like now? Like after Com Day? Not Com Day, Go Fest? Nice. Hey, Logic, how you doing? Welcome in. You did a best friend trade and got a 2-star. You think it's an Archeops rather. I don't have people to trade with anymore. Our community is pretty dead around here, so unless I'm in the city, there's like nobody to trade with. I'm tradeless. Any shinies? No, not tonight so far. We've only been going for 20 minutes. Big puddle. I just missed it. Like my toes like dipped into the edge of it. And I'm like, ah! We've had a bit of rain over the last couple of days, so I need to actually pay attention to where I'm walking. Otherwise, I'm going to go ankle deep in a puddle. And that's not going to be a fun walk for the rest of Spotlight Hour, I can tell you that. Which place? Melbourne, Australia. Hey, Ryuga, how you doing? And Valentino, welcome in, guys. How we doing? I got no shundos for GoFest. I got one hundo Tortonator that I hatched. That is it. Like, you all know, guys, that I don't really catch stuff unless it's a shiny, so asking me how many hundos I got is like, well, I don't know, I probably skipped over 5 or 6 of them for the whole day, like the weekend. But I didn't catch them. I didn't know that they were hundos. And unless the shiny manages to be a hundo as well, it's just like, well, I got none. You just started another Pokemon Go account. Nice. What level are you on? How many shinies did I get during GoFest? 51. You got 61? Nice. Well done. Like I said before, I could have probably gotten more on day 2, but I did spend like 3 hours of the day just sitting in the car hosting raids, sort of thing. So almost half the day was just chilling in the car hosting raids for you guys. So yeah, we ended up with, I think it was three shiny Necrozmas from that 3 hours, and that was like the last of the shinies that I got for the day. How about Necrozma? Oh, we ended up with 5 shinies for the weekend. 5 shinies out of 39 raids, I think, that I did for Necrozma. So that was pretty good strike rate. We got a background shiny. Oh, I stepped in another puddle. See, look what I do. Oh, there it is right there. There's the background shiny. Background shiny. So yeah, a couple of them had fairly decent starts. I got 2 background shinies. Well, there you go. I didn't even... I got 2 background shinies. Where's my other ones? There's one. I could have just typed in Necrozma, but that's too easy. Unless you're doing it the hard way, it doesn't count. Yeah, so 2 out of 5 with the backgrounds, and yeah, they're all relatively decent stats, so not bad. How you doing, Russell? Welcome in, dude. I'm doing pretty good. Still recovering from the weekend, but not too bad. Did a workout yesterday and today, sort of getting back into the swing of doing that since I've, been a bit slack on it over the last couple of weeks because of mental stuff. You still can't forget about your shiny Darkrai. Oh, you got a Hundo Maractus as well? Nice. Yeah, the only Hundo that I got for the weekend was this dude that I hatched. So we hatched ourselves a Hundo Tortonator. Nicola, I'm sorry. You don't have hacks? No, I'm playing legitimate. I'm walking around in the darkness doing legitimate play. So no, I do not have hacks. And we don't have a shiny either. Stupid Binacle. Whatever it's called. Your best shiny Necrozma was 96%, but no background card. The best Necrozma that I got was a 96%, but it just wasn't shiny. Which one was it? Yep. Necro. Was it this one? No, I think it was this one. Oh no, it's not that one. So yeah, we got a couple of decent ones. Where's the 96%? Where you at, bro? There we go. That's the 96%. Which Necro am I using? Diffuse prop? Almost walked into a tree. This one. I got a couple of decent shinies, but this is my best one overall. So this one would probably be the one that I would use for the fusion. Your brother got 298% Necrozmas and a Dusk form Rockruff. And a background shiny Necrozma as Buzzwole. Nice. I got 2 shiny background Necrozmas. I got a couple of Rockruffs, Dawn form ones. You just got a shiny Binacle over the weekend, so you wasn't right. Yeah, honestly, I think that they really could have chose something better for tonight's Spotlight Hour. We've had this as a Spotlight before, like a Spotlight Pokemon, and it was featured during GoFest, so it's like, come on, Niantic. Surely out of the over 1,000 Pokemon, you could have chosen something that is better. And he got 48 shinies. So me and him got a total of 100 shinies. Nice. 109 shinies, rather. Am I walking outside? Yes. In the darkness. It's spooky. There's ghosts and spiders. And I think I'm being stalked by P. Diddy. Anyone can say I got 8 Shundo Necrozmas. They can say that. Whether or not anyone's going to believe them is another question. Beldum Spotlight. That would be cool. Beldum is going to get a Comday Classic, though. Where am I from? It's pouring. I am in Melbourne, Australia. It's not actually raining, it's just rainy weather in game. Thankfully, it was starting to rain a little bit when I left home to come down to stream. And it has been raining sort of on and off all day, but thankfully the rain has held off up until this point. So we've got half an hour left, so fingers crossed it continues to hold off for another half an hour. Jimmy always walks into darkness. Yep, I'm living Elden Ring. You see a bear behind me. Well, that would be interesting given that we're in Australia. I'd be more surprised that there was a bear behind me than scared. I'd be like, where did that come from? What time is it there? 6:30 in the evening. Yes, be aware, guys, that Australia does not have bears. We have basically every other dangerous animal in the world except bears. And lions and tigers and wolves and things.
And we got a lot of the small things like snakes and spiders, and I suppose 20-foot saltwater crocodiles, so, and great white sharks, and people, which are the most deadly thing on the planet. You don't see a tiger driving a tank, or a wolf flying an aircraft. That is what I was going to say, but one, wolves don't fly things, and two, I think it would be a bit difficult to fly an aircraft carrier. Flying jets from an aircraft carrier. Are you from California? It is 1:30 a.m. It's not too bad. I mean, it's late, but it's... I mean, coming from me, 1:30 in the morning is still relatively early in the night, so it's just like, that's normal for me. Yes, yeah, it's the middle of winter here, so it's dark at this time of night, but during the summer, yeah, it's still light. Especially where I'm from, because I live at the bottom of Australia, sort of thing, so we're quite a way away from the equator. So, yeah, there's quite a light swing in between the seasons. Changing of the light. So yeah, during summertime, sun doesn't really set until like 8:30ish night, a bit later, sort of thing, the start of summer. You hurt your ankle, you were at flip out with your best friend, you're jumping and you got hurt. Well, that can happen when you're jumping around on trampolines, I'm guessing. Is that what flip out is, a trampoline place? Or is it just a place where people go and just start yelling and screaming and like full flipping out, having an existential crisis? Have I heard of a place called Chico in Northern California? Probably at some point, I would say. Like, if it's ever been in like movies and stuff like that, I'm sure I've heard it at some point. It's hard to keep track of all the geographical is the word I'm thinking of, locations that I've ever heard of. 10 minutes later, you hurt your other. Well, if you can't learn from your mistakes, it's like you already had one buggered ankle. Why did you keep jumping around? How you doing, Joshua? Welcome in. I just got to keep my eye on the path because I keep sort of like wandering off the path, and I'm going to end up either wandering into the river or wandering into the bushes over there. Lucky I keep veering off to the right, so I'm wandering away from the river. Any shinies? No, not tonight so far. Little over halfway through, so honestly, if I don't get the shiny, I'm not really fussed. I do have one of these already. Another one would be nice for evolutions, but don't really care. No worries, Shangbin. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up button on the stream. It does help out. All that sort of stuff. We managed over 100 likes on both days during GoFest, so that was good. That was very good. So yeah, keep it going. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, all that typical YouTube plug-in stuff. Let's check this on. Trampolines and people being loud. Sounds like the Olympics. Because your 10 brain cells said so. Well, that's still 8 more brain cells than I have. And I would say no after the first ankle. So maybe you should talk to these other brain cells that you have and tell them they need to tighten up. Like, come on, guys, I'm relying on you. don't forget to transfer your Pokemon. I'll try and remember at some point. I should have gone through all my stuff earlier. I was just busy doing a workout. I'll do it at the Necrozmas at least. But as you can see, I haven't really gotten rid of any of my stuff from GoFest Day 2. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we can transfer. But I have to go through everything and like check which I want to keep and all that sort of stuff, so probably not going to have time to go through everything. So like I said, I'll at least do the Necrozmas, because that's probably the most important thing. Everything else is like, doesn't matter, about double candy for transfers. I'm sure I've got enough candy for most of those things anyway. Necrozmas, yeah, the one thing, because it's new. Even though I think after all the raids, we've probably got a decent amount. Yeah, 348 isn't too bad, but could definitely do with some more. 180 XLs. So yeah, we'll do them. Path, where have you gone? Like, where's my path? You found a Nundo Ducklet. Nice. Honestly, like, Nundos aren't really my thing, but congratulations. You did 18 raids and no shiny. I did a total of 39 raids, I think. Actually, no, because one of them is from research, so 38 raids. Because you get one of them from the paid research ticket. So yeah, 38 raids in total and 5 shinies. 3 of them were, like I keep saying, we're back to back to back. We got the hat trick of shinies. $7.5k Pokemon store. Yeah, I know. I need to go and do a big clean out of my storage, but out of that 7,500, 3,189 of them are shinies. So almost half of my storage is just shiny Pokemon. And it's because of events like GoFest. I finished up with 51 shinies from 2 days, and then there's just a butt ton of like Com Day Pokemons and stuff like that, so they add up very quickly, as you can see. We have a lot. So I'm glad that it's not as cold tonight as it could be, because it's been cloudy all day. It just hasn't got as cold. So it's quite mild out here at the moment. It's like, it's not warm, but it's not as freezing as previous spotlight hours. It's not as cold as it was on the weekend, which is good. Because after day 2, when I got home, it's like my throat was a bit sore, and I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me that I ended up getting sick over the weekend. But thankfully, no. Because I wasn't really around anybody on the weekend, so I'm sure if I went into the city and I was around people, I probably would have ended up getting sick, because it's that time of year. Even though the last time I got sick was just after New Year's when I got COVID. So, I'm tiny. That's not fun, having COVID in like the hottest part of summertime. So I'm cold and I'm aching on like the couch, but I'm also incredibly hot because it's like 30 degrees. So it's really weird being both hot and cold at the same time. Very unpleasant. Yeah. All right, come on, little shiny. We have 20 minutes left. Had my mind. It's decent. It's 3 stars, but it's not a great 3 stars. So yeah, it's all right. One of the better mythicals that I've gotten, sort of thing. Most of my mythicals are like garbage. So yeah, that's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be like my... What else? What's one of them? Whoop, that's not how you spell mythical. I have too many. Because of all these dudes. I think my shaman was pretty bad. Oh, no, that's actually not too bad. This shaman. Yeah, see, that's only 2 stars. I think Celebi's not that great. Yeah, 2 stars. Usually, they tend to be fairly bad. I think Malaweta is my best one. Yeah, that's 96%. Shiny Celebi is 3 stars, but only just. My first Celebi is 3 stars, but you know. My Victini is 2 stars. So as you can see, they're very hit and miss when it comes to the mythicals, which is 3 stars. I don't think the shiny Mew is that good. Yeah, that's terrible, unfortunately. Diancie was 2 stars. Yeah, so I don't have the greatest luck in the world when it comes to... I see all these people on Twitter just like, I got the Shundo! It's like, good for you. Come on, little shiny. I honestly think I used all my shiny luck on the weekend. Like I said, it doesn't really matter for this. No big loss. But also, unfortunately, I've walked too fast around the trail. Because we've still got like 15 minutes left, but I'm almost at the start of the trail. So it's like, I don't think I'll be doing another full lap around. Not for this. We'll walk a little bit further. And turn around and walk back to the car, I think. So yeah, it will be Articuno raid hour tomorrow night, guys. So if you're keen on some Artie raids, that's what we'll be hosting. Again, not a shiny that I really want, so I probably won't be going too hard for it. Hopefully we'll have enough people in the chat so that I won't have to... Yeah, because after the weekend, I think I spent enough money over the weekend. And it's like, I really don't want to have to spend too much money on Articuno. Or just the game in general. I think we've got some pretty average raid hours coming up anyway. I think it's Articuno and then Moltres. But speaking of money, I ordered a bunch of stuff off of eBay the other week, like workout stuff, and I got the weights that I ordered, but they said that they also because I delivered the new dumbbells that I ordered, like just the bars and like the easy curl bar that I had ordered, and they weren't delivered. So I gave it a few extra days after they said that they were delivered to see if they were actually, just going to deliver them late. And they didn't end up coming. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just, contact eBay and be like, hey, I never got my things. They were covered by eBay's money back guarantee sort of stuff. So I was like, awesome. They refunded my money. And then on Monday morning, guess what came in the mail? Well, guess what that didn't come in the mail, but it was delivered sort of thing. So I'm like, oh, nice. I ended up getting my stuff and my money back. So I essentially got the stuff for free. So I saved myself like $70. It's like win-win. I'll take that. Thank you very much, universe. So yeah, I got half the workout stuff that I ordered for free. That was kind of like me when you got an item on Amazon. Yeah, it's like I gave it the extra time just to see if it would rock up late, sort of thing. Like I gave it until Friday and nothing had rocked up, and it was like a week late at that point. So I was like, nah, all right, may as well just contact eBay and be like, hey, I never got my stuff back. Well, never got my stuff in general, sort of thing. And yeah, they refunded my money a couple of hours later, and then the stuff came in the mail on Monday. So yeah, I was happy with that. That's what I've been using for the last couple of days, doing my workouts, got the new stuff. Everything's good. I got a nice collection of workout stuff now. I don't think there's going to be too much more that I need to add to my collection of stuff. Anything else that I need, I can sort of just go to a gym and use. I've got a nice sort of home collection, so I can just work out at home. But I really should probably get a gym membership and start going to the gym. I'm at that point of my development workouts that it's just like I can get so much out of doing stuff at home. I need like proper machines and stuff to really target muscle groups and get into it a bit more. But I'm like, then I have to be social and not awkward in public, and it's so much easier just doing home workouts because I don't have to worry about being judged because of poor form and stuff. I can just injure myself in private. The only problem is, with all the workout stuff that I do have now, I don't have a lot of room. It's like, it's good because I can pack most of it away, sort of thing. I got like a little corner where my benches and the squat rack and all that sort of stuff sit. So everything's sort of like put away. But when I get stuff out to actually use, because I do it in my room, it's like I've had to learn like where I can put things and use it where it is. So yeah, when I've got everything sort of set up, it's like I don't really have a lot of room for anything else. UK trainer, just become a paid player. Nice. I'm guessing for GoFest, you started spending money. Unfortunately, if you really want to enjoy these events like GoFest and the tours and stuff, you do a bit of money. It'd be nice if they had a little bit more for like free-to-play players to do during the event. All right, we have 12 minutes left. I'm walking past the car, so I'm going to keep walking for another 7 minutes or so and then probably turn around and head back because I'm not doing another full lap around here. After all the walking I did on the weekend, yeah, I don't think I really want to walk too much more for the next week or so. I was actually thinking of doing like leg day tomorrow when it comes to workouts as well, so it's like, oh no, wait, tomorrow's probably not a good day for leg day because I am going out on Thursday to walk around for most of the day. So actually, I think I will skip leg day tomorrow. Do it maybe Friday. Last thing I want to have to do is walk through the bush, up and down hills, jumping over logs and all that sort of stuff with legs that hardly work. Sore glutes and hamstrings and stuff like that. I don't think we'll... calves and so on. Code, I'm not sharing code right now because I'm not hosting raids or anything, so... Guys, also, when you come into somebody's stream, don't just come in and ask for the code straight away because most people aren't going to add you because they don't even know who you are. Like, introduce yourself. involve yourself in the community and actually the chat and all that sort of stuff, because it's like, I don't just add random people. I do for raid days and raid hour. But yeah, guys, like, be part of the community, introduce yourself, all that sort of stuff. Don't just come in expecting people to add you, because that's just being rude. Newness. Bank code, please. 7139-876-37892. Now, for anybody that's going to try and use that, good luck, because that's not actually my There's going to be some sneaky effer in the chat which would be like, ha 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 ha. Whooper King, I mean, I can, but I don't really know what you do, so I prefer not to shout out people that are, like, same thing, guys, as I just said about the people coming in and asking for the code. It's like, if you're coming into the channel, you haven't even introduced yourself, you're not even talking in the chat, don't ask the streamer to do something for you, because they don't know who you are. I'm not going to shout out somebody that I don't know, because for all I know, you promote fascist content, or, you know, right-wing Trumpist stuff and all that sort of stuff, or crazy leftist stuff. So I apologize, but yeah, it's a bit rude to just come in and ask somebody to shout out your stuff without actually being part of the community and asking and all that sort of stuff. Shout out code. Speaking of codes, I forgot to use the codes for the energy on the weekend to get the extra candy energy for Necrozma and stuff. So it's like, oh well, it doesn't matter. We've got thousands for each of them. Doesn't matter. We'll survive. Social security. Yeah, we don't have social security numbers here because we're Australian. We have tax file numbers, which are basically the same thing. Because your social security number is like how the government knows who you are and how you pay tax and all that sort of stuff, yeah? No, it's all good, Whooper. Like, I'm not having a go at you. I'm just, like, saying in general, it's like, you know, be part of the community. Just stuff, you know, after I get to know you a little bit, I'll be happy to, you know, shout out you. So yeah, don't take it personally. I wasn't like growling at you or being rude or mean or anything like that. I was just pointing out something, and it's just like, a lot of people don't really understand that. It's like, hey, just be part of the community and stuff, and then yeah. Yeah, you kind of forgot. That's all good, Joshua. Never mind. Well, there you go, Rob. See, you're already on my friends list. It's probably, from the weekend. I'm assuming over the weekend. Also, keep in mind, guys, that if you are on my friends list, if you're not a member of the channel, there's a chance that you will be removed when I make room for future raid hours and stuff, which I think I'm going to have to do because, yeah, I have one free slot on my friends list at the moment, and I will be hosting raids tomorrow evening for Articuno. So if you do get removed, again, not personal, just come back into the streams. Happy to add you friends list just to make sure everybody can get on it at some point. Jimmy. Don't you mean normal Jimmy? Being silly is just normal for me, so. Speaking of Amazon, you should go see if there are good Prime Day deals on books. You're wanting to buy books. You're one of those book reading people. Honestly, I've tried to read books my entire life. I'm not a big book person. I just cannot stay focused on a book for long enough. I can read some of a book at a point where it's just like I'm bored out of my mind and I'm just like, I'll watch the movie. And now, like I said, because I keep talking about ADHD, because I've been doing a lot of research on it sort of thing, and I'm like, that's probably that. Like, the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, I just cannot stay focused on a book because my brain's just too hyperactive, and there's like a million other things like bouncing through my brain. I find it hard enough just reading stuff on my phone when I'm like reading articles or stuff, like even stuff about ADHD. I get halfway through the article, and I have to reread a paragraph 6 times for it to actually sink in. Like, I read it because I've got stuff playing in the background on like YouTube and the TV, and I have like multiple distractions going on at the same time that I'm like, I didn't take in any of that. Hang on, I gotta read it again. And I get halfway through reading it, I'm like, I'm still not taking it in. I have to start again. And I'll repeat that process like 6 times before it finally sinks in. I'm like, okay, I'll move on to the next paragraph. And like 3 paragraphs later, I'm like, what was it that I just read? It's like none of the information stays retained in my brain. It's just in one out, in one out, in one eye out the other, in one ear out the other. Hey, look, an Articuno raid. Oh my god. It's only got 3 minutes left, so. Anyway, I'm heading back to the car now because there's 4 minutes left and there's no point walking any further. Or you can just say, no, Diddy. I could. No, Diddy. Don't do it, Diddy. Don't do what Diddy don't does. That's something we established on the weekend. There's no deals on the books you were looking for. Have I found a shiny? No, not tonight. It's alright, I've already got one of these, and it's not the greatest Pokemon in the world. Ugly Pokemon, ugly shiny. Don't really. It's like, I like to get the shinies. One that gives you guys something, you know, it's like, yay, we got the shiny for the stream, but it's, yeah. This is one of those shinies that it's like, I don't really care. It's not like it's useful for anything. Likes. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, chuck a thumbs up on the chat, on the stream, chat stream thing. The magical moving pictures that you're watching on your amazing electrical telephony device. I mean, could you imagine going back 100 years with the technology that we've got now and like showing them? Like going back to like the 1920s and just being like, in the future, there'll be people just walking around with this device in their hand, which contains the world, you know, the collective knowledge of thousands of years of human civilization. And they're going to use it to like stream to other people across this magical thing called the internet, which was, you know, on this device. And they're going to be catching little creatures looking for a different coloured one just because it's special. They would probably burn you at the stake. They'd be like, he's the devil! Get him! Think you're some sort of like witch or something like that. I know it's the 1920s and it's not that bad, but still. I mean, if you went back at 200 years, you went back to the 1820s, you probably would be burnt at the stake for being a witch. So we're not far separated from, you know, people being burnt at the stake because of magic, and now we're walking around with stuff that they would deem magical, like from those days sort of thing. A lot changes in 200 years. All right, good night, y'all. Need sleep? No worries, Taff. Have a good night. Our Spotlight Hour is just about to end. They'd be like, yeah, but why haven't you solved what? Exactly. I'd be like, that's not really on me. Like, personally, I can't do anything to solve world hunger. Ask the people in charge. And that's probably the same reason why you're all hungry, sort of thing, because the people in charge don't really care about the masses. They just care about lining their own pockets and using us as their workforce. So the cheaper they can get things made and built and all that sort of stuff, the better. Why have a population that's actually content when you can force them to have to work day and night for the rest of their lives just so you know, they can just afford to live where they're living or put food on the table for their kids and stuff like that? If everybody was content, nobody would work. Well, not nobody would work, but things would be too good for, you know, they want it to be hard, because the harder it is, the more people actually have to work. And then the people that are in charge of the businesses, and the buildings, you know, the developers and all that sort of stuff can make more money. It's called comfortable slavery. Or free slavery. It's like we they act like we're free and we, you know, we've got choices and, you know, we can do all that sort of stuff, you know, free will and so on, but really, we're not free. I'll probably drop into a raid hour stream tomorrow. No worries, Taff. Car vibes. Jimmy shiny vibes. No, spotlight hour is done. No shiny vibes here. There is Jimmy needs to pee vibes. Where you at? Oh, I'm so far, actually. That's better. Slowly getting there. One day we'll be besties. Have a eucalyptus garden gift. Alright. Probably not going to stream for too much longer, guys, because
Like, I'm still recovering from GoFest, so can probably do like 1 or 2 battles before I wrap up the stream. But yeah, I need to pee, so I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer because of that reason. And like I said, I'm still buggered after GoFest, so how's chick hunting going? Oh, pretty good, I suppose. I'm going out with one on Thursday, and other chick that I'm talking to, still haven't heard back from her yet, but I'm guessing that she's been busy at work over the last few days. I haven't really spoken to her since Thursday. So yeah, it's only been a couple of days. I was thinking about sending her some memes today, but I think she's been sleeping or something because she's working night shifts, so I didn't want to harass her on her phone. So if I get home and I see that she's posted something up, I might send her some memes or something like that just to be like, hey, thinking of you. If not, I'll leave it till tomorrow or something and send her something again, just being like, hey, thinking of you. But I've been running everything over in my little noodle for the last couple of days because I was talking about it on the weekend, sort of like, and it's like I've pretty much come to the I'm going to put my seatbelt on. I've come to the conclusion that I'm pretty sure she likes me, sort of thing. Like, I was getting way too stuck on the little things, and I sort of went back to the beginning, and I sort of like ran the timeline through my head of like everything that we've talked about and everything that we've done for each other and all that sort of stuff. And the trust that she's put in me by telling me a lot of things, and I'm like, yeah, I think it's like if it was only a couple of things, I'd be like, yeah, but like with everything, like putting everything into perspective, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure she likes me, sort of thing. Even though we don't really talk a lot through messages and stuff, but when we're together, it's like great. It's just, yeah, the ADHD and stuff just makes it hard for her to be good at communication when it comes to just in general. But yeah, so I got to cut her some slack with that sort of thing. So when I don't hear from her, it's not the end of the world, sort of thing. It's just, you know, she's overwhelmed at the moment with 2 jobs and uni and working late shifts and stuff, like night shifts. It's just hard for her to focus, sort of thing. So anything between us is probably not going to develop at this point because it's just more stress on a plate that is already very full, and I can respect that and just be like, okay, I'll give you time. Don't want to make things harder than they already are for you. So that's that's the goal, just to keep playing it out the way that it is, and it'll happen. More than likely, it just needs to develop slowly at this point. Like she said, once she gets off night shift in the spring, she'll be a bit more free to do stuff. So give it a month and a bit, and we should be fine to hang out and that more often than we do. Go out for dinner or lunch. No, she's working night shifts at one of her jobs, sort of thing. And then when she's not at that job, she's doing her other job when she gets a bit of free time or studying for her masters. So she honestly doesn't really have a lot of free time. She doesn't socialize much because of it, sort of thing. So it's, yeah, I'm just going to give her space for now and catch up with her when I can. But until then, just take things slowly. Hey, don't show ya. Wait, what am I doing? Choosing a team. Have I tried video calls? No. Again, I don't know when she's free, sort of thing. So it's just easier me contacting her through either text or just sending her stuff on Instagram, because then she can get back to me when it's good for her. So I don't want to like video call her in the middle of the day when she's sleeping, because like I said, she works night shift. So yeah, I don't want to be that dude that's, you know, waking her up in the morning when she's sleeping, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just through text messages now, and then when we see each other in person. What am I doing? Choosing a team, cause it's what I need to do. That'll do. Effort be the dude. I am the dude. The dude provides. No, as I said, I know that I'm more than likely in there already, sort of thing. I don't have to worry too much. Like I said, I'm just giving her some space so she can do what she needs to do, which is fine. Like, I only saw her on Monday, like last week, sort of thing, so it's only been like a week since I last saw her. And that was an interesting meetup. Because any other time that I've seen her, she's been like casually dressed and all that sort of stuff, but she had her hair done. She was wearing a nice dress and smelt good and all that sort of stuff. So I was like, wait, is this a date? I thought we were just hanging out, but this feels a lot like a date because of even though we were just sitting in her apartment doing nothing, or sublet, just chatting. It's not like we were going out anywhere, but you know, she's like full dressed up, even though we're just sitting around inside. It was just like, hang on a second, this seems a bit odd. Did you dress up for me? Which I'm pretty sure she did. So she was going out with her dad afterwards to the movies, but I'm like, I don't think you're going to dress like this and get yourself all done up and all that sort of stuff to go out with your dad. Like, especially to the movies, it's just like a casual thing. So it's like, hang on a second. Hang on a second. But I did the exact same thing. Like, I was dressed up nicely and had my hair done and all that sort of stuff as well. So I'm like, okay, I think we're both on the same wavelength here. We're just like, hey, we don't impress each other with our, you know, scrubbed up looks, rather than just being casual like we are every other time. Anyway, I'm just talking out my ass here. Hey, Becky, you got to go. Hopefully it won't be long. Oh, good, dude. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream pretty soon anyway, man. So I am just, one, talking about private stuff, but also I got to pee, so... Nah, man, you're not listening to me. You're making... Why? Why am I making you sad? What have I done to me? Oh, I might lose this. Unless this hits hard enough to do a KO, I am going to lose this. Maybe I should have gone with the neutral move instead of that. Ooh. Oh, we just pulled that off. I was thinking, gee, maybe I should have gone with the normal type move just to go for that neutral damage rather than... But I mean, it's fighting type, so it doesn't really matter what I used against it. It would have been, yeah, dark or normal type move. But we got the win, just GG's. Jimmy, I believe in you, and no, we will... Oh, sorry, we'll see one lady with you on the live stream really soon. Probably not. As I said, this chick is really busy with her own life at the moment sort of thing, so she's not going to just drop everything to come and stream with me. Especially this. She's not really into Pokemon. I mean, when we first met, it was after I did a stream, and I told her what I was doing, and she's like, oh, yeah, I used to, like, her favorite Pokemon is actually Umbreon. She's like, oh, yeah, I know Pokemon. Like, everyone knows Pokemon. But she's like, oh, no, that's cool. Like, blah, 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 blah. And we sort of talked about it for a bit. So I know that, you know, she was into it at some point, but not now. She's younger than me, but she's older than me. She's like, no, I'm not into Pokemon right now. I got other things to do. It would be that dressed up for herself and for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I haven't been trying to put too much emphasis on her dressing up, but the simple fact that we've hung out a bunch of times before and every single time she's been like casually dressed. And in a lot of her photos and stuff like that, she's casually dressed as well. So she's not the type of chick that dresses up unless she's actually doing something. And given that she would have been sitting around waiting for me for most of the day, I doubt that she was sitting around in that dress all day. She's probably dressed casually for the day, and then when I was rocking up, she's like... Because when I got there, she's like, give me 10 minutes before you come up sort of thing. I'm like, yeah, cool. And so I'm guessing that in that 10 minutes, she quickly like got changed and made herself look good and all that sort of stuff for me. So I was like, cool. If she did. I'm just assuming this, like I have no idea, but... But yeah, she's always got her hair straight as well, and she had her hair like wavy and stuff. So she put effort into actually doing her hair. So it's like, she knows that I like her hair as well. So it's like, I think somebody put a little bit of effort into getting ready for me today. Again, I'm just assuming. I have no actual idea whether or not, but yeah. I have a pretty good feeling that it was for me, sort of thing. Jimmy is so good at this game, totally. I can be thinking and talking about something completely different and still kicking butt in PvP. Oh yeah. How many golden berries? We have way too many. I actually threw like 200 of them away earlier because I needed to make room in my bag. After all the Necrozma raids and stuff that we did on the weekend, I had like 450-ish. I was like, I don't need 450 golden raspberries, so I just threw 200 of them away. Because I was like, yeah, this isn't necessary to have this many. That's just excessive. Do. Alright. I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. For the evening, I've done these couple of battles. Like I said, I need to pee. And go home and... I can say get some water, but I actually have water here. Yeah, so I need to go home and pee and see if either woman has replied to me and reply back and all of that sort of stuff, because that's what you do. So yeah, I will be live again tomorrow evening for Raid Hour, Articuno Raid Hour. So yeah, subscribe, hit the like button and all that sort of stuff if you haven't already, so you get notified when I go live tomorrow. You should tell her that I am in top 3 Pokemon Go content creators in Australia. I honestly don't think she would really care. I impress her other ways than telling her about my Pokemon prowess. So it's all good. I think she's just impressed by my ability to be so open and vulnerable in front of her and not be a macho dickhead, because she deals with a lot of macho dickheads. And I know that she's not a big fan of them. Sort of things. So I just be myself, and I think that's why she likes me, because I'm genuine. But anyway, alrighty, guys. Like I said, that is enough discussing of my private life again. I was thinking about it earlier, and it's like I was starting to think that it's just like maybe I bring this stuff up too often, and I might start keeping it a bit more private, because it is my business, and you guys don't really need to know too much. I'll keep you guys in the loop, sort of thing. But I think for the most part, I think I should stop talking about it as much as I am, because I don't even know where things are going. So we'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. But thank you for everybody that has tuned in tonight. Much appreciated. Again, it was a pretty average night, given that it wasn't really the greatest Pokemon in the world to hunt. But like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night for Articuno Raid Hour. So if you guys are keen on some Artie raids, we will be here. So until then, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck for your Spotlight Hour. Hopefully you guys get the shiny. All of that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow evening. So until then, peace out. I'll see you guys then. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye.